Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Happy Thanksgiving, or belated happy Thanksgiving, if you are someone who celebrates. I'm filming this on actual Thanksgiving, and it's been a very quiet day for me because I work for an American company, and obviously nobody was in today, so nice and easy one for me. Wow, I very aggressively picked up those tweezers then. I don't know what that was about. Anyway, today's video is something a little bit different. I thought I would take you through how I set up my monthly pages in the Hobonichi Cousin because we are approaching a new month. How terrifying that the final month of the year is almost upon us. 2024 has flown by, and for quite a lot of people I know, will actually be quite glad to see the back of it. Anyway, staying positive for this video, yeah, I'm going to set up this page and just kind of take you through how that goes for me each month. First thing to note is I use these monthly kits by the Coffee Monsters Co. I think they are very cute. This year's theme was flowers. This one is holly. December, you know, kind of makes sense. I've really enjoyed using this. I'll kind of do a quick little flip back there. Oh no, it's got smudged. I did not know that had happened until right now. You've all just learned that along with me. That's annoying. Okay, well, never mind. Planners do not have to be perfection. Well, okay, that took a turn. But anyway, this is kind of a completed spread-ish. Obviously, it's Thursday today, so not quite at the end of the month yet. But this is what they kind of look like. I track all of the major events of the month. I set an intention. This month's was survive. Fairly simple. And I have, thus far, touch wood, managed it. And then at the side here, I tend to have a little list of like major events this month. So yeah, I'm going to set the next one up in the same way, hopefully with no smudging. I really don't know how and when that happened because I used it this morning and it was fine. Oh well, we move on. Back to December. Oh wow, accidental Taylor Swift song title there. Back to December is such a good song. Speak Now is such a good album. I can't believe she wrote that whole thing by herself when she was like 20. What was I doing at 20? Listening to that album, mostly, to be fair. Wow, this is already quite a chaotic video. I'm just in one of those chaotic moods today. But I am actually going to get started now with what I'm supposed to be doing, which is decorating this page. So, as I start to lay down these pieces, I just want to let you all know that this is not, by any means, going to be a perfect spread. I will frankly be astounded if it's even, like, slightly non-wonky because I struggle with fine motor skills. As you can see, I've accidentally stuck this one just a little bit to the right, but that's fine. Yeah, I struggle with fine motor skills. Turns out that's the autism. I thought I was just really clumsy for no apparent reason for the first 28 years of my life, then discovered it is in fact part of the autism. I have very poor proprioception, I believe is the term, which means I basically just have no idea what my body is doing at any given moment. Like, I'm really clumsy. I slouch perpetually because I just don't realise I'm doing it. And it means I'm just not very good at judging what I'm doing with my hands. Hand-eye coordination, I do not know her. And that means that sticking stuff down is a challenge sometimes. But I make the best of it. And again, planners do not have to be perfect. And really, it's a reflection of me, isn't it, if everything's a bit wonky, because that's who I am. Anyway, I'm sticking down first the little monthly image and obviously name of the month. Now we will do the names of the days of the week, which is usually where things start to go a bit pear-shaped, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that's already slightly over the line, but that's okay. I am loving the colour scheme for this month, the greens, the kind of soft greens. Like, again, I don't know if this is an autistic sensory thing, but I don't really like bright colours. Like a bright lime green, like no, get that away from me, it hurts my eyes. But kind of like more muted, soft tones, neutral tones, they tickle my brain. And these are some very soft and calming tones. So yeah, I'm loving them, I am. And I am halfway through here. Well, no, I'm not. I'm 3/7 of the way through here. And it's not looking too bad. I'm doing quite well for me. Just so you're aware as well, my cat has joined us. She is on like a little stool next to me, which is a little bit concerning to me because I've got a candle on my desk here. I wanted it for the vibes, the ambiance. And it's a winter themed candle. So it's perfect for a December monthly spread. Oh, geez. See, yeah, that's wonky, but it's fine. We love the wonk. Okay. Anyway, yeah, got a winter candle. I'll see if I can get it in frame. Hang on. It's like this nice little situation with wintry trees. And it kind of smells like winter, I guess. There is like a label here. It's pine, cedar and clove, which is lovely. And yeah, I actually forgot I had this candle. And then this past week we had multiple power cuts, all of which it turns out were for different reasons, which is crazy. But yeah, it turns out this is the only candle I have in my entire house, and that was the only light source we had in the entire house, apart from our phone torches, but then our phones got close to dying, so yeah. I was just walking around the house with my candle, like a character in a Victorian Gothic novel. And it really came in clutch. Thank you, candle, for that. But yeah, now we've got power again, I can just start using it for fun, which I have been doing a bit more lately. Alrighty, the days of the week are in, and the next thing I'm going to do is use these little horizontal bars to cover the red Hobonichi sundaes. Because, I mean, to be fair, in this case, they kind of match with the holly theme, like the red berries, but they are just very bright and incongruous with the rest of the colour scheme of like the actual boxes. So I personally prefer to kind of cover them up. And that is what I'm going to do. Badly, it would appear. I'm always in two minds as to whether to write the number back on top, because it somehow makes it look just like a little bit less unpolished, I find. But then it's important to know what the date is. I suppose I could just look at the box next to it, can't I? Yeah, I guess I'll do that again. All right. Ooh, there's three Sundays. There's 5 Sundays in December. That's interesting. I mean, it's not to most people, but I find like little quirks of dates interesting like that. Like, did you know we've had just a lot of Friday the 13th this year? Or it feels that way. Pretty sure we had one in October. And now here we are again. I'm pretty sure I also have therapy on that day. I don't know whether that's an omen. But never mind. Alrighty. So one thing I like about this kit is it always comes with 6 of these horizontal bars, and you can kind of choose which one you want as the last one. And in this case, I'm kind of feeling like this polka dot situation, and I'll save that one just to put somewhere else in my journal on another occasion. Like, if I don't use all of the setup stuff on this page, I'll tend to use them like in the weeklies, because the sizing is the same. Like, each of these columns, I believe, is the same size as a weekly column, so like, I can use them there. And sometimes it's just nice to add a pop of colour that way. And it means I get to use up all of the kit, because waste not, want not, you know? All right, the bars are down. Wow, that makes it sound like I'm in jail. The bars have come down, but not in this case. Yeah, wow. If this is your first video on my channel, you're probably like, what on earth is she on about? And honestly, most of the time, I don't know myself. But I'm going to put down next this like little sticky note, and that's where I write my intention each month. And I like to put it here in like the left sidebar. I need to have a think about what my intention for December is going to be. To be honest, right now, I'm really just exhausted. I am so exhausted. I'm burned out by existence. Like, it's just been a very long year. It's been a very long month with like house renovations and power cuts and my partner being ill, and now he's away for work, and like, it's just been a lot. So maybe my December intention needs to be to just sleep, but I'll think about that in a minute. What I'm going to do now is put down the dots for my kind of highlights of the month. And last time the spacing ended up a bit strange, like there was a big gap. I don't know whether I like that or not. I think I'm just going to go with it again. Why not? I'm just going to stick these down however I want. And I'm going to start from the light ones here. These are so small and fiddly. Thank God for these tweezers. Like, can you believe there was a time when I tried to use stickers without using tweezers? I can't. I can barely even cope with tweezers. But trying to like peel stuff off with my nails can be a challenge. How beautiful are they though? They're like a green. They kind of match this spread. I don't know if you can tell because of the lighting. Obviously it's nighttime and I've got like the big light on, which I have strong feelings about the big light. Not typically a fan, but to film, it had to be done. This is turning into a very chatty kind of journal with me that has nothing to do with my monthly page. I'm just expressing whatever thoughts enter my brain. Frankly, this is the first day this week when the thoughts have been in my brain. Been very, very out of it the whole time. I had a bit of a meltdown on Monday, which was very overwhelming and always leaves me just feeling a little bit like, ooh, out of it. But I feel like I'm finally coming back to myself today and coming back to having a brain, which is convenient considering I have a job that requires me to use my brain. All right, that's looking nice. I am a fan of that. So I think that's all the basic setup stuff done. Now it is time to start adding in events and whatnot. So let me get my computer up because I keep my schedule and events and tasks and stuff in my Apple Calendar. I just find it more convenient to do digitally. So I'm going to start with this week. This Sunday, the 1st, I have exciting plans. So I'm going to put in something to signify that. I think I'm going to put in this holly one because it's kind of Christmas themed. And the plan is Christmas themed. Me and my fiance, I alternate between calling him partner and fiance. I'm still not used to calling him my fiance after like 3 years of engagement. We're just very slow at planning a wedding, all right? It is what it is. Anyway, yeah, we're going to a local like stately home with 2 of our good friends because they've just put up all of their Christmas decorations and it's going to be great. And I've never been to this particular like stately home and park, which, if you know me, is unusual. I am a big fan of a historic place, so I'm really excited for this. I think there's something really special about seeing these like old houses all decked out for Christmas as well. Like last year we went to Bamburgh Castle, me and the same friend actually, just for a day out. I'd also never been there. And they had all their Christmas decorations up and it was so magical. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So moving on to the 2nd week, the 5th is my friend Maddie's birthday. So I'm going to put the balloons in to signify that. I have known Maddie for a very long time. We were at 6th form together and that is, oh God, many, many years ago. What else? That week I have a hair appointment, which I really need. I have some like little shorter bits like shaping at the front, but they're just getting so long now that they're just kind of getting in the way. So I am looking forward to having that cut. I don't know what to pick for that. I'm going to pick this like little exclamation point. Why not? And I will put in the appointment. What time is it at? By the way, I'm using a ballpoint pen today, which I don't typically do. It's a Pilot Acro ball. Usually I would write in fountain pen, but just as I was about to start filming this video, I realised my fountain pen was out of ink and I just really could not be bothered to re-ink it right now. So ballpoint it is. All right, my appointment is at 1 p.m. on that day. I'll be there for quite some time because I've also got to get my highlights like retoned. I think that's that for that week. So moving on to the next week, as discussed, I have my spooky Friday the 13th therapy session. What shall I put for that? I guess maybe like the people, because you know, therapy is ultimately about talking to another person. I've been with this therapist now for, God, it must be 5 years. And it's one of those things where for me right now, it feels like maintenance. So like in the same way that, say you wanted to build muscle, once you've built that muscle, you have to maintain, right? You can't just stop all the work and just expect things to stay the same. That's kind of therapy for me. Like I really, really needed it for a very long time because I was not in a good place. Whereas now I feel like I'm in a much better place, but I still go because I want to maintain that good mental health. And having just an outside perspective on life can be very helpful. So that is at 5 p.m. via Skype. Therapy from the comfort of my office. Usually means that my cat interrupts, but you know, she in herself is a form of therapy, isn't she? All right, that's Sunday. I have more plans and I'm gonna put this big box just to contrast it a bit with all the smaller icons here. And this is another fun December plan. Oh, Jesus, that's wonky. Yeah, fun December plan. I'm going to a drag brunch, which I've never been to a drag brunch before. I've been to a drag show on many occasions, but never a drag brunch specifically. So that is going to be fun. Moving forward to the next week, I think I have like a neighbourhood meeting on the Thursday, I want to say. I'll put that in with the house sticker. By the way, I've just realised something I should explain is I'm not putting my work meetings in here because that would, first of all, would just crowd up everything. But also I like this to just be like a record of like fun home things rather than work things. I track work digitally on my computer. So yeah, that's why there's no work stuff in here. I do have a lot of work events and meetings, usually every single afternoon these days. Oh, there's a fur? No, a hair there. I think it's cat fur. I think that's why I said a fur. Right, focus, Elle. Wow. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, okay, neighbours meeting. There we go. I think that might be my last day of work before Christmas, but it might also be the Monday, so I'll need to check that. I don't want to put it in and then have to change it. So I'll leave that for now, but one thing I do have for sure that weekend is a nail appointment. The wonderful Abby is going to see me on a Sunday, which she does not normally do, but that is the only place she could squeeze me in, and I'm just buffering, trying to choose what to put here. I like to have a bit of contrast, and so I don't want to put like another huge one. Maybe I'll put this like little ribbon. Oh, look at me, not using the tweezers, living life on the edge. Yeah, that works. I like that. Nails. Obviously I'll have to get Christmassy nails, maybe red and green. Maybe I'll actually get nail art for once in my life. Who knows? We shall see. And then it's Christmas week. Wow. I have not done any shopping yet. Actually, that's a lie. I did buy Christmas cards today. But apart from that, I have done no shopping. I'm not stressed about it at all, I promise. So, Christmas Eve, I'm gonna like obviously mark that it's Christmas Eve. Oh, but then, so on Christmas Eve, I am going to see Wicked, and not the film, the actual musical. I've never seen it before, and I'm not seeing the film until I've seen it on stage, because I feel like the stage show, oh God, that's wonky. Oh well. I feel like the stage show should be like my first experience of Wicked, you know? So we shall put that there. And then I do want to signify it's Christmas Eve, but I don't know how to do that now. Maybe I'll just write it using words. Revolutionary concept, I know. All right, and then obviously the next day is Christmas Day. Yay, we're gonna go to my in-laws. It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be great food. Christmas Day. Don't let the bells end. That is my favorite Christmas song. Obviously the day after is then Boxing Day, which in the UK is like a proper holiday and like a thing. So I am gonna mark that. We're gonna put like a little heart thing here. Because, I mean, I do love Boxing Day. Who doesn't? It's when you basically just sleep off the food coma and then eat more. All right, Boxing Day. And then I think I might be seeing a friend sometime those 3 days. I don't know when yet, though. So obviously I won't put it in my calendar until I know when it is. So after that, what do we got? Well, obviously New Year's Eve. And this year is going to be an iconic New Year's Eve because me, my fiance and two of our friends are going to a medieval style banquet. I'm so excited. Like, I did my master's degree in medieval history. I am obsessed with medieval history. I just like, this is my dream. I'm still trying to decide if I actually dress up in like full medieval garb. Maybe I could go as like a plague doctor, bring the party vibes with my plague mask, or a monk. That's easy. All right. So that's all the events. Next up, what shall I do next? I think I'm going to do a little bit of decoration. I don't like to like go too overboard, but if there's like gaps, oh, all of my sticker wallets falling out of my Belphonics pouch. If there are gaps, I might like to just add a couple of bits here and there. And I do have freshly printed for another year, somewhere in here, Megan Rhiannon's winter sticker sheet. Where is that? Oh, maybe there's two. Is there two? Are there two even? If I'm going to be grammatically correct about it. I don't know if I'm misremembering. Okay, it turns out there is a second one. Perfect. Now I have the full complement to choose from. You see, what I was thinking was, because this is like a greenie themed spread, I would want greenie themed stickers. And I remembered there being a mistletoe one. So I think I'm going to go for that. And then the season's greeting stamp for now. And what I'll probably do is, if it turns out I don't have anything on any of these days, I'll come back and add in a few bigger stickers to kind of fill the space. But for now, I will add just those two smaller ones. I print these at home, which is why obviously they're not like cut properly. And I have to cut them myself, but that's fine. Okay, the cutting is done, and I decided to actually cut out a few more than I initially planned. I've got some icons to stick various places. So I'm gonna start with the stamp. And I think I'm gonna put this down here, and it's gonna encroach a little bit on the boxes, but that's fine. Like, there's still plenty of room to write in stuff if I do decide to do anything that weekend. And the mistletoe is gonna go at the top there. I think it looks cute, like hanging from the top. Because obviously those are November days, which I would have used in the previous month. So I don't need to use them here. And now the icons. So I think what I'm gonna do is put the Christmas one on Christmas Day, obviously. Do I just put that over? Yeah, let's cover the Hobonichi number. Why not? And now these other two, I just stabbed myself with my tweezers off camera, which is great. That's fine. Love that for me. So yeah, I thought I'd put one here, and then, oh, scissors, calm down. And then one here. The last thing I'm going to do is my intention. So let me move some crud off here, and then I can move it and actually properly write. So intention shall be, you know, I legit might just make it sleep. Like, I really just think I need to sleep for all of December. And like, hibernating in the winter, that's a thing. Watch me have an insomnia episode for the entirety of December now I've written that. Oh, great. Bits everywhere. Okay, we've made it to the end. I now have a complete setup monthly spread. And as I go through the month, I'll add more. So any new events that come in. I also do things like track my cycle in here, track when I post videos and when I film things. And apparently also smudged ink everywhere. It is what it is. But yeah, this will get probably a little bit more populated by the end of December. And obviously I'll add in my highlights of the month as they happen. But yeah, that is how I set up my monthlies in my Hobonichi Cousin. Let me know in the comments what your December plans are if you have any. And I will see you in the next one.